20 Fenchurch, also known as the Walkie Talkie building in London, England, Street, was by architect and designer Raphael Vignoli, dated from 2013 to 2014 and located in London, Britain. The sun shines directly onto the building, and the building reflects as a concave mirror with a focus light onto the streets to the south. Temperature readings at the street were up to 196 degrees Fahrenheit and even as high as 243 degrees Fahrenheit in 2013 summer. This caused damage to vehicles, bringing attention from the media, who then set out to fry an egg in the projected heat. The concave shape also creates a downdraft that is powerful enough to knock people over. He said he knew the sun rays would be reflected, but he did not predict the amount of heat. The effects of the intense heat were discovered by site observation. A nearby grooming salon testified to burns in their carpet, paintwork, door, shelves, and hair products. More damages included cracked tiles and melting parts of cars and bikes. This led to people creating names for the building, such as Walking Scorchy. As nearby shop owners smelled burning, they thought their own equipment had caught fire, but were corrected by customers. Proposal of the Sky Garden, which consists of the top 3 floors. The garden was set to be a lush public space, however it ended up being a series of restaurants and bars with minimal public space. However, the architect seems to be to blame, with a track record of projects that burn. Similar issues were also found in Vignoli's Vdara Hotel in Las Vegas, where the concave shape of the building heated a pool to the point where lounge chairs burned and guests had hair that got singed. The amendment to Raphael Vignoli's initial concept could be to blame. There were small horizontal balconies on the south facade, but a continuous glass facade was built. Furthermore, Vignoli claimed that there was a lack of tools or software that could analyze the reflection issue. The problem was seen at the second design iteration, predicted to have an effect of 36 degrees, which was far less than the actual. He said the issue was due to the nature of the development process in the UK, and blamed the abundance of consultants and subconsultants that take away the designer's responsibility. The developers blamed the problem on the elevation of the sun, implying a global warming issue. The developers offered to pay for damages to nearby shops, assuming some responsibility. Council officials had crisis talks with the developers to resolve the damages from the heat ray. Scaffolding structure was put up at the street level to absorb concentrated rays. Small fins could have been added to the exterior, or special coatings could have been applied to reduce the reflections at the construction phase. This was done after the problem was observed. Environmentalists say that the energy can be a useful power source, acting as a solar power tower. The developers, Land Securities, and Canary Wharf Group claim that they are evaluating solutions that are long-term. Alterations were made to deal with the heat effect. The Imperial College fire expert, Guillermo Rain, simulated the reflection of the sunlight from the concave surface, and the data was published in an article in the Journal of Building Performance Simulation. The findings will act as a lesson for architects designing buildings with curves, mirrors, and the general consideration of sun and shading in the future. People still refer to this building as one of the ugliest designs ever. Surprisingly, the architect's webpage still glamorously displays the project as an award-winning high-rise. The gardens and park are boasted as public areas, yet the public has responded in articles with detestation of the building. Both reflection from the sun and draft need to be considered, especially at the scale of 20 Fenchurch. Computer-aided simulations should be used to predict dangerous and consequential site conditions. Even though London is typically cloudy, the sun exposure was strong enough to cause serious harm. This is why it is necessary to look at maximum and minimum measurements for all environmental possibilities.